United out, Watford aren't yet. Van der Sar appears to be okay. The reminder of the teams there, just if you weren't with us at the very beginning today, John O'Shea is injured, which is why Evra started at right back. Fletcher came on in place of Ferdinand, who went off injured, adding to the catalogue of defenders who are now out of action for Manchester United. And as far as Watford were concerned, well, Adi Bothroyd decided to maintain Clark Carlisle in the centre of defence. He brought James Chambers onto the right-hand side of midfield, and he pushed the goal scorer, as it turned out, Hamur Bouatsa, up front alongside Priskin. Now, Van der Sar has been patched up, you can see that. Watford's last win over Manchester United, by the way, back in September 1986 in the old First Division, when Ewan Roberts scored the winner, and they last beat them in the FA Cup in the third round in 1982. Dutchman called Jan Lohman scored then in the days of Graham Taylor. And it's Adi Bothroyd now in charge of Watford, hoping that they can hang on in there for a while and maybe get back into this semi-final. No more substitutions at half-time. Any thoughts, Mark, at the start of the second half?
Yes, I think Watford need to score the next goal, John. Otherwise the time may go away from them, I'm afraid.
So the setting of Villa Park, as I said earlier, possibly staging a semi-final for the very last time. There have been some momentous games played here down the years at this stage of the competition. So straight from the kick-off, it's Bouatsa onto the arm of Ronaldo. This is Scholes. Watford win it back. Bouatsa again. Priskin ahead of him. Here's Priskin. Oh, he went past Ainsley, didn't he? No foul, says Howard Webb.
I think Ainsley catches him.
I do too, and he's down anyway. That's Priskin on the ground, and I think, apart from anything else here, oh, look at that. I mean, what?
Can't get much clearer than a foul than that, can you?
Well, it might even have been a yellow card if the referee had seen it as a foul.
Yeah.
Well, the Hungarian doesn't really want to shake hands with the Argentine, I don't think. And come on, ref, he says. Priskin did what they're supposed to do and kick the ball back. He must have felt like keeping it, mustn't he?
I felt like kicking it somewhere else.
Yeah. It's a turn there by Smith. That is a free kick. This time it's Smith on demerit, who's gone down himself now. He thought his shirt was being pulled.
That's a compensation free kick.
I think Jay Demerit, probably one of Watford's best players in the Premiership this season. He's been quite consistent at centre-back, the American, now a full international. He spotted playing in local football, actually, for Northwood. And was living and working in nearby Sudbury when he was close enough to watch Wembley being dismantled. To get there, obviously, and see the new stadium and preferably play in it, but we'll have to keep calling Watford outsiders at this stage. Bit of a tangle there with Alan Smith. It's knocked back by Jordan Stewart. Headed by Wes Brown. Stewart plays it forward. Brown across to challenge Priskin. Wants the ball to roll out. Well, it did, but I think it's a free kick anyway. Priskin's not having the best of luck with the referee at the moment.
No. You see by intent alone that he was going to foul Wes Brown, mind. There you go. That one's for your mate, he said.
This is Gavin Mahon. Tommy Smith makes the run. Fletcher is his opponent here. the emergency right back. Now then it's Mann's turn to deliver the long throw. Carlisle is on the near post. Priskin is right next to the goalkeeper. That's Carlisle. Oh, and it wasn't well taken there. And well, Buatsa might have repeated his trick of the first half there. It came off Ainsley, I think.
This was an easier chance than the one he scored in the first half, John. Comes an awful long way again. Confusion in Manchester United's penalty area. Ainsley has the last touch. I think that's an easier chance than his first half goal.
This could have been 2-2, couldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Buatsa this time the wrong side of the post. It's got the Watford fans cheering though. They're really well packed behind that goal at the left-hand end, the Watford followers. Manchester United have got the whole of the right-hand end of the ground up and down, and plenty of the far side as well. This is Rooney. Turning Tommy Smith, who now takes it from him and finds Priskin. Buatsa wants it laid into the left. That's his shot.
Good football from Watford. Slightly ambitious with the shot. The other thing as well, from Manchester United's point of view, Rooney now starting on the right in the second half.
Absolutely, and Ronaldo's over on the left at present, and Giggs, as you've said earlier, is just floating about where he feels like, really. Free kick to Manchester United. Foul on Ronaldo. Here he is again. Scholes. Fletcher. No semi-final replays these days, of course. The game has to be settled today. If Watford were to draw level, and that was the situation at 90 minutes, we'd have extra time. And provision for penalties. Maybe Bothroyd's got a big league game coming up in midweek at Blackburn. Malky Mackay there he's talking to, who's now concentrating more on the coaching side and the scouting. Just think they're going to think about a second, well, for their point of view, a first substitution. Steve Cabba, the first man to get up and exercise. This is Scholes to Fletcher. Off the ball there. It was Priskin who's on it again now. Francis is to his right. Mariappa joined the attack. This is Francis. Smith overlapping here. Jordan Stewart. Fans down here in... Oh, Rooney. Now there's that... Oh, it is too strong. Immediate yellow card for Wayne Rooney for the challenge on Tommy Smith. Mark Lawrenson.
Well, I think he goes for the ball, John, but his foot will probably, if you see from here, probably goes over the ball. Yeah, and it takes him right through into the player. I don't think I have any argument about that.
Well, he's complaining as we watch the replay. Rooney is complaining forcibly to Howard Webb about the yellow card.
No, he can't argue with that, I'm afraid.
As it is, it's a free kick to Watford, and so it'll give the two centre-backs a chance to take up positions on the far side of the penalty area. Carlisle's got his arms up there. And Carlisle goes up with Van der Sar, who doesn't get that away himself. Needed some help. It's come out to Mariappa. He's challenged by Evra. Now can Watford sustain this little spell? It's Priskin getting the other side of Ainsley for a moment. Preferred to keep it himself, and he's still got it. And that was Chambers.
I tell you what, it wasn't a bad little ball, you know, from Chambers. It was in for Boatsa and he was almost on his heels. It was just a clever round-the-corner flick. Just pity Boatsa wasn't alive to it. Decent play. This is just a little round the corner and Boatsa, Chalai Shanta, in the end he didn't. Watford has started this half very, very well indeed.
They're not going to get rolled over like Roma were, are they? That's for sure. Priskin and Boatsa are pushed right onto the 18-yard line here, and Carlisle has gone with them. Dodgy back pass by Jay Demerit, which Richard Lee did very well to deal with. Here comes Francis now for Watford. Won that from Scholes, found Priskin. Boatsa to his left. Francis again. Smith. Up goes Ainsley. This is Boatsa. Oh, that's curled awkwardly for Van der Sar. He palmed it away as Chambers and Priskin came close. And now on the break, it's Ronaldo. He's found Rooney. Giggs wanted it on this side, but that's meant for Smith. And that is Smith, and it's Rooney again. A few ricochets there. Brown. Forward by Demerit.
There's a real cup tie breaking out here, isn't there?
Yes, there is, unquestionably. This is Ronaldo. He's got Evra down that side. Three in the centre for Manchester United. Demerit there again for Watford. Mariappa loses it. Smith. Giggs inside to Smith. Little ball. Oh, nearly found Scholes and had to be really dug out there by Carlisle. And Priskin for Watford. Boatsa away to his right. It looks a little too long for him. Brown goes across.
Well, he'd done the hard bit as well, Priskin. He fought off the defender, got control and just played into Boatsa's feet. This is the cross. It was obviously curling, and Van der Sar he knocks it straight back into the middle of the penalty area, John, which is quite strange. But we've seen him do that quite a lot lately.
This is Priskin for Watford. It isn't a bad turn by Priskin. The shot was blocked by Ainsley. And Ryan Giggs now for Manchester United. Given away. Demerit. And that is also possession conceded. Ronaldo now. Taking on Chambers, taking on Mariappa. Corner. As you said, have made a spirited start to the second half. Brown comes forward. Giggs goes across to take the corner. He's played it short. Got it back from Scholes. Giggs still. This time it's it's a corner again.
Tackle by Tommy Smith.
Didn't look terribly pleased, did he, with that corner?
Well, I think he's a worried man at the moment, isn't he? The way Watford have started, well, probably actually not the way Watford have started, where his own team have.
There goes Smith. Ronaldo's in there too, off Tommy Smith. And now Rooney. Alan Smith stays in the middle. Rooney loses the ball. And Manchester United are getting a bit sloppy here. This is Boatsa. And he's away. He's past Ainsley, and Damien Francis is in a great position. But he couldn't find him, and it came off Evra for a corner.
Well, two things, John. His second touch is a poor touch. Once he took it away from Evra, the next touch here now is not a good touch at all, too heavy. And he never even looked where his teammates were.
Well, Watford's crowd really getting behind them now. It's a corner, Carlisle into the 6-yard box. On the goal line. Demerit waiting to come in with Priskin. Right across, oh, it could have found Francis, or indeed Chambers. This is not over by a long way. Stewart. Carlisle stays forward, goes to the far side this time, heads it back in. Ain't say away. That was forward by Mariappa. Come off Evra, who's gone down injured, and Buatsa continues on as he should do for Watford. There are 5 in the middle. Ain't say heads clear. Still, he's still down, Evra. Watford play on again, Mahon. Not sure that they were quite sure whether to kick the ball out or not.
No, he didn't kick it out, Mahon. He looked to play it wide to the left.
Oh, and the Manchester United players have gone to Mahon and are confronting him because he didn't kick the ball out. Ronaldo is complaining.
John, there's 3 or 4 players had the touch before Mahon, Watford players, in terms of not kicking it out.
Well, Howard Webber's got to sort this out. There are 4 or 5 players round the referee, including Rooney. Well, I'm looking at Wayne Rooney at this moment because he and Howard Webber are having a conversation. If Rooney doesn't let this go, he could get sent off.
Yeah, walk away.
It was all because, well, he's already on a yellow card, remember, and it was all because Evra was lying on the ground on the far side and Watford had possession in a decent attacking area.
Knocked to the side of the head, Evra, didn't he? But the way he went down, it looks as though he'd hurt his back.
Now, what does Priskin do? Does he give the ball back to Manchester?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he throws it out, doesn't he?
Smile from the 4th official.
There was a suggestion earlier in the season, unless I dreamt it, that the physio should be allowed to come on and deal with an injury like that while the play's going on. I can never get my head around that, can you?
You dreamt it.
Sorry. Anyway.
Strange you dreaming about football.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it's better than some of the things I dream about. Anyway, it's Watford still pressing here, 2-1 down, and giving it a real go. 61 minutes in the semi-final. Rooney just giving Ronaldo a bit of exercise. Scholes. Carrick.
This is Manchester United's longest spell with the ball in the second half. What Watford have done very cleverly is really force them back all the time and made them play under pressure so far.
Yeah, they've smothered their attacking instincts in this opening 15 minutes of the second half, but Rooney now is making progress down this right-hand side. Giggs is coming in now. It's gone right across the goal and gone off Mariappa for a corner.
That's what you get, though. It's brilliant play. It's a great sort of 1-2 round the corner from Smith to Rooney. Early cross. It's just outstanding football, that.
Well, Wes Brown has come forward. Oh, Watford's marking wasn't good on Giggs. And Wes Brown got pushed over, I think.
I think he got a little nudge.
That might have been a penalty claim. Here comes Alan Smith now. That wasn't hands, though.
No.
Well, remarkably free of controversy this game, unless you count the Rooney booking.
I don't think that was controversial at all. Just a straightforward yellow.
Yeah, I thought it was. Francis. Priskin's down that side as well. Buats has made a run down the centre here. Francis is backing him up into the centre now. There he is, Francis. Oh. And it's come out to Marn. They're saying shoot, the Watford fans.
Well, that's his second effort of the day, isn't it? It was a strange piece of play by Fletcher in the strange right-back position. He's gone to chest it. I don't know, but he chested it down for himself and stumbled, and in the end, it's a chance for Marn.
Actually, when you look back, Watford have had some opportunities, you know.
Yeah, and mostly from the sort of set pieces, haven't they? There's a Brown sort of, what we call that, a sort of fob off.
Yeah, he looks at the referee. On by Ronaldo to Alan Smith. Tussling with Demerit, free kick Manchester United. Holding. Manchester United haven't really upped their game yet in this second half. Ryan Giggs short, Ronaldo. This is Evra to Scholes. Brown. It's a really ambitious crossfield pass. Even Ronaldo can't reach those.
Well, he applauded it. I think he applauded it. Applauded it for intent, not for quality.
We're going 20 minutes into the second half now. 2-1 still as Priskin chases the ball for Watford. On by Smith. It's a good pass from Scholes to Giggs, and Rooney's through between two defenders here. Good challenge by Jordan Stewart. Oh, but this is Alan Smith across the goal. Oh, and Rooney was there, and it's gone in. Wayne Rooney, 3-1. Well, he made a lot of the running himself in that move, and he may have scored the goal that sends Manchester United to Wembley, Mark.
Well, I just think they're very, very slow here. Watford to close him down. It's a good tackle, original good tackle. Nobody comes to Smith. Wait, look, he's got so much time to find Rooney. I think Demerit again was the closest, but he just stood there. Smith is under absolutely no pressure whatsoever to supply the cross.
Well, Wayne Rooney has now scored twice in this semi-final, and I don't think there's been a hat-trick, certainly not for Manchester United in the semi-final, since Alex Dawson in 1958, so he's got a chance of repeating history here. That was in a replay at Highbury against Fulham after 2-2 here, but Wayne Rooney's on the target with 2, and this is Carrick, and suddenly Manchester United have got freedom. This is Ronaldo taking on Mariappa, and Chambers in support there as well. It's come to nothing.
Now he went for the old circus entertainer cross, didn't he? Didn't quite get it right. Man, they are 3-1 up. I wonder if that's in his contract.
Oh, look at that. This is Smith. That was a good crossfield ball by Jordan Stewart. Priskin is there, so was Francis. Flag's up, the flag's up here. I think it may be an offside against Priskin in the end.
Yeah, it is. Confusion yet again in Manchester United's ranks, and Van der Sar's injured also again.
Yes, and Kuszczak is definitely getting prepared on the far side this time. Just a footnote to the second goal by Rooney. That gives him 18 for the season, 19 for the season, I beg your pardon, which equals his total for last campaign. And Van der Sar, for the second time in this game, is down on the ground injured.
He knows he's been in the game, doesn't he?
Well, they are 3-1 up, Mark. I mean, they've got a league game on Tuesday. There would be nothing against bringing on Kuszczak, I would have thought.
No, it would make sense if he's struggling. I mean, Priskin's entitled to go for that, as is Evra as well. Evra went in as well. It could have been Evra who actually caught the goalkeeper as well as Priskin.
Well, while there's that pause, let me just remind those of you who may have joined the match late what's happened here. Rooney after 7 minutes, 1-0. Buatsa for Watford, 1-1, 26 minutes. Ronaldo put United back in front in 28. And on 66 minutes, if you've literally just turned on, you'll have missed Wayne Rooney scoring the third Manchester United goal. Now then, referee Howard Webb is down there with Van der Sar, still checking on his condition.
I think Watford are going to make a change, John.
Well, I think they're going to have to throw either Cabba or King on now, Mark. Well, Van der Sar appears to be able to continue. Chambers off and Cabba on is the Watford change. Steve Cabba, who joined Watford in the transfer window from Sheffield United, but hasn't scored since January of last year, and that was in the FA Cup at Colchester.
Smith goes from the left in midfield to the right. Buatsa comes out to the left, and Cabba up front with Priskin, I think.
Absolutely correct. Tommy Smith in his more familiar position now, and Buatsa back where he was playing on Monday on the left side of midfield. Well, I think Ferguson will be slightly happier than he was 5 minutes ago.
John, I couldn't remember a Manchester United attempt on goal before the third one, and Watford were dominant in the second half.
They certainly were. This is Mariappa to Priskin. Ever in the way. And now Ronaldo. Watford have got to take a chance or two now, of course, and this could give Manchester United a lot of space on the break. Ronaldo's got the free kick here. Fletcher. Little touch by Giggs. Oh, Alan Smith, surely Alan Smith, or Rooney for the hat-trick. Not quite.
Well done the goalkeeper. He read exactly what Rooney was going to do. He was just trying to sort of pass it past him, and he just read this completely. Smith, we thought, might score first, then fed Rooney, but goalkeeper read that.
Manchester United now look well placed to go to Wembley and face either Blackburn Rovers or Chelsea. Their supporters' songs suggest that that may well be the game's outcome now. Howard Webb is sending Fletcher back with that ball. Manchester United's long run of success at Villa Park looks as though it's going to continue. It's really been home from home for them over the last few years. It will take a monumental recovery by Watford now. This is Ainsley to Evra. Scholes. Oh, that's sloppy. This is Cabba, just come on. And he's going for the return there from Francis. Buatsa with the header. And again, Buatsa looking for Priskin there. Smith's coming in from the far side. Evra clears.
Carlisle's up, long throw, I think.
Yes, Carlisle going right into the 6-yard box in front of Van der Sar here. Mariappa with the throw. And it's Alan Smith that goes up with Carlisle. Carlisle gets a cross in. Here comes Francis. Won by Demerit. No flag. That's Cabba. Good cross. Oh! Damien Francis was a whisker away. Ainsley took it right in front of him.
Ainsley had made the clearing header from the first opportunity as well.
Back in by Demerit for Watford. Header by Carlisle. And now Smith comes in, Tommy Smith. Giggs. Ronaldo. Bit of movement here, Alan Smith. Giggs. Was hoping to pick out Scholes here, and he has. Rooney is to Scholes' right. Rooney up against Jordan Stewart. Deflection on the shot by Francis. Watford quickly away from the goalkeeper's clearance, and that's a foul by Carrick coming in from behind. That's a yellow card, I should think, yes. Tackle on Tommy Smith.
That's a letter of the law, yellow card, isn't it?
Yeah, well, players do know that, Mark. I mean, it's always been the case, hasn't it? From
Yeah.
behind, you know? Yeah. It's free kick to Watford. Have they got something left here, the underdogs? Demerit, far side here. And he gets a header in, and Buatsa wasn't far enough forward to chase that.
Another free header as well.
Well, they had a good day out, there's no doubt about that, the Watford supporters, and they won't have been disappointed in the way their team have played. This is Evra, though. They're being pulled apart a bit now. Four the other way here. Rooney. Let it run towards Giggs. Ronaldo has steamed into the penalty area, and it's still Ryan Giggs. Tried to squeeze it underneath Richard Lee. That would have settled it once and for all. Instead, Buatsa tries to get Cabba away. Wes Brown, free kick.
Yeah, I think Cabba just clicks Brown's heels basically here. The Watford Yellow Army aren't particularly impressed.
Well, there's going to be some more changes now on both sides as Brown gets cramp. That's Kieran Richardson there coming on for Manchester United. And I think we're going to see Marlon King. Ronaldo is looking round to see if it's him. I don't think a decision has actually been relayed yet.
Right, it is in now.
He's going off now. Kieran Richardson to come on as a wide player in place of Cristiano Ronaldo for Manchester United. Tommy Smith is going off for Watford, I think, or is he getting... No, he's getting instructions, I think.
Priskin going off,
It's
Johnny.
Priskin, I think, yeah. Tommy Smith's being told how they're going to reel... And it's a huge cheer for Marlon King. Out of the game for nearly the whole season. Were he not to have got injured, Watford's fortunes in the Premiership may have been different. He was their ace goal scorer last season, the Jamaican international. And he makes a surprise reappearance. Even one or two people in the Watford camp were surprised when A.D. Bothroyd put him on the bench. Smith. Buatsa. Marlon King is wearing 9 and Cabba here is wearing 15. They've got 2 new strikers on Watford. And they've also got a... Oh, they haven't. I thought they got a corner, but they haven't.
Good play by Brown. He played it off the striker. Clever.
Well, here we are in the FA Cup semi-final. 12 minutes to go at Villa Park plus stoppages. Watford 1, Manchester United 3. While it was 2-1, Watford were very much in the fight. On by Alan Smith. Damien Francis. King gets a big cheer with his first touch. He's found Tommy Smith. Now it's Cabba with Ainsley. Keeps it in, finds King. Mariappa sliding in. Kieran Richardson, oh, there's a foul there off the ball. It's demerit, I think, on Alan Smith. Is it booking?
It'll be interesting to see this again, you know. I think they'll be both fighting each other to try to get to this ball. The Watford bench were off to a man.
I think there's a bit of both in that, you know, Mark. Well, the one certain thing about it is Demerit's got the yellow card. And Smith was the player that went down. It's a free kick to Manchester United. It's been taken short to Evra. And this is Ainsley. Two players together again here. Scholes. Carrick. Giggs. Here comes Rooney again, and it had to be Jordan Stewart to cover from fullback. Going into the last 10 minutes here, they can scent Wembley now. Giggs will take the corner. Wes Brown darting about in the penalty area, trying to find a bit of room. Darren Fletcher up, it's come to Jordan Stewart. Now Watford with Buatsa, if he could just get Cabba away here. Good cover, Evra. No, it's a... What's he given here, Mark?
It's a Manchester United throw.
Okay.
Evra came across and made the interception.
Right. One or two players are clearing those couple of decisions, actually, but Howard Webb seems to know what he's doing. Carrick. And now Evra back in his proper place. He's got Giggs on that side as well now. Scholes. Richardson. Mariappa with the challenge. Yellow Army, they're still chanting. Alan Smith slides the ball in. Oh, and Kieran Richardson made a run there. And Manchester United have gone 4-1 up. And Kieran Richardson, only a couple of minutes after coming on, has scored the fourth goal in the semi-final.
Well, it's a cheap goal to concede from Watford's point of view, I'm afraid. Smith as well, under no pressure, waits for the run from Richardson. Jordan Stewart plays him on the left back, and just a little dink over Lee. Excellent finish.
Well, that really settles it. Manchester United are going to the new Wembley in 5 weeks' time. And Watford, strange thing to say, I guess, as we watch the fourth goal go in, Mark, but Watford have played rather better than 4-1 suggests.
They have, John. The only thing, and especially with the goals in the second half that they've conceded, they've stood off Manchester United, obviously to their peril.
There's going to be another change, I think, by Manchester United here, isn't there? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer waiting to come on here. Ryan Giggs is giving the captain's armband to Paul Scholes. And he'll make way. Well, it's settled now.
Well, it'll say 4-1 in all the reports tomorrow with the results, but as you rightly say, it hasn't been a 4-1, has it? I think Watford have been actually really good and have really stuck at it. And that first 20 minutes of the second half, They look like the team, really, who were winning for a long time.
Well, the three R's have won this for Manchester United. Rooney, Ronaldo and Richardson.
That'd be a lesson to you.
This is Jordan Stewart. They've got plenty of players in there, Watford. Fletcher has stopped the cross from coming in. So Watford throw. Now, can King do something? Oh, handball, Heitzer. Well, apparently not. And Evra comes away. I'd like to see that again. I thought there was a penalty claim there.
Yeah, I think there's certainly, the Yellow Army claim for it. I'm not really sure if Watford, the players themselves, thought it was.
Well, I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference, is it? So,
No.
Heitzer now goes across to make a tackle on the far side.
No.
No?
No. He came off his chest. It looked as though it went towards his arm. I don't think he touched it.
King's in the middle here, away by Carrick. Alan Smith. Richardson to Scholes down the right-hand channel is Rooney here, backed up by Fletcher. 5 minutes to go plus stoppages. Rooney playing it in. Fletcher continued his run. He may just well,
I tell you what, John. I don't think a Watford player touches this. Fletcher wants a penalty because he gets tackled. I think the pass came from Rooney.
I was laughing because Howard Webb took the middle course and gave a corner.
Exactly, watch. Did a Watford player touch it? No.
No, I couldn't help chuckling. The referee definitely steered a middle course there, didn't he?
Creosote.
It's a corner to Manchester United, which Carrick will take. Alan Smith.
Another corner, I think.
Corner.
Yeah.
Could be some competition for places for the cup final, Mark, couldn't there? Manchester United players all come back from injury.
Yeah, most definitely.
The ball's been kept as a souvenir by somebody here. Howard Webb's calling for another one.
It's funny because at all the league games, there's about a dozen, isn't there?
Well, in the Championship, don't they throw one back on immediately? I saw a game the other night where there were footballs all over the field. Well, all over the touchline anyway. It's multi-ball, that's called, is it? This is now Carrick to take the corner. Probably something else I dreamt. Here comes Alan Smith, Brown. And that's tucked away by Cabba to the far side for Watford. It could just be time here for a consolation, because that's all it would be for Watford now. Rooney back in defence just for a moment there. They want to bring on their final substitute, don't they? Lloyd Doyley to replace Mariappa at right back. Just a taste of the semi-final action for him then. In it goes from Jordan Stewart and away by Wes Brown.
I think they've gone through at the back, Watford.
This is Solskjaer. Richardson takes on Doyley, who's just come on. 3 in the middle for Manchester United. They could well have a man over here if Richardson plays it. Instead, he's taking it right down to the corner. Scholes, Rooney on this side. Doesn't look as though he is going to get the hat-trick, does it? A couple of minutes left, plus what Howard Webb decides to add on. This is Solskjaer. Oh, they've got players all over here. Manchester United, he could slide Rooney in here, possibly for the hat-trick. No.
Now, good challenge by Demerit, wasn't it? Demerit sliding in, Rooney wanted to hit it across the goalkeeper. He never really got the opportunity here.
Well, this really is going to be the end of an era at Villa Park, this closing semi-final. 55 have been played here, as I said at the start. Many of them in the last few years, other than those that obviously were played eventually at Wembley and Cardiff. But when they've been on club grounds, Villa Park has been the most consistently used venue. And the Watford fans have had a good day out. Probably feel a little hard done by the score on your screen. Certainly when it was 2-1, the game was in the balance. Quality is told for Manchester United. This is Marlon King. Alan Smith. Sir Alex Ferguson taking Manchester United into the FA Cup final for the 8th time when we've played the 4 minutes of injury time. This is Rooney. And it's Carrick finding Fletcher. Rooney down the centre. Doyley is the defender. It went under Mariappa's foot. This is Solskjaer. And Solskjaer picks out Alan Smith and Rooney. Oh, the hat-trick just won't come, will it?
Tommy Smith back there this time. This is the third ball disappearing, I think. It's gone. Need another one.
There'll be a few seconds further added on now, of course.
It's on eBay tomorrow, 2 or 3 of those.
Don't forget Match of the Day tonight at 10:30, because I don't know about you, I'm very interested in catching up on what's been going on today in the Premiership. And Manchester United and Chelsea, of course, not engaged in that this weekend, although both play in midweek. Manchester United at home to Sheffield United on Tuesday, Chelsea at West Ham on Wednesday. So they'll turn their attention to that next. That is after Chelsea have played Blackburn tomorrow, of course.
I think we've seen great application and endeavour from Watford today, John, and the scoreline slightly flatters Manchester United, but just at crucial moments of this game, really, they've gone to sleep, haven't they? And certainly in a couple of Manchester United's goals, defensively, they've not been particularly good, Watford.
I think A.D. Bothroyd was expecting to have to raise his team above their normal level to challenge Manchester United. There are 1 or 2 sad faces there among the Watford supporters, but the gap in class was evident perhaps in phases of this game, certainly not throughout.
I don't think the manager could get any more effort from his players, never in question.
No, and in fairness, that hasn't been an issue really with Watford for most of the season. They've given it what they've got. He's already turning his thoughts, I'm sure, deep down to rebuilding or trying to come back into the Premiership next season. It's a foul by Marlon King. And Evra. A little bit of afters there between those 2 players. Here's Scholes. Adam Smith's coming in from the far side. Richardson's following up. Here's Carrick. Can Rooney catch this? No. And Manchester United, who've played at Wembley in the past so many times, will be there again on May the 19th. I was there this week, and the stadium's looking in fine fettle to stage the final, and Rooney's been in fine fettle here today. He's got the ball here for Solskjaer maybe, and Michael Carrick followed up. 90,000 will be the capacity for the cup final, which returns to Wembley for the first time since the year 2000. They won't be there. They will. Those lucky enough to get tickets. Carrick got that down well. Alan Smith. Scholes. This is Richardson, scorer of the 4th goal. I make it time now. Howard Webb just looking at his watch. This is Alan Smith out towards Richardson. Doyley will cover. And Manchester United will play in the first FA Cup final at the new Wembley. Sir Alex Ferguson has taken them into the final for the 8th time. Won 5, lost 2 of the previous 7. And in the end, it looked fairly comfortable for Manchester United. They took the lead through Rooney. They went 2-1 up through Ronaldo after Bothroyd had equalised. Rooney scored again. And then 8 minutes from the end, Kieran Richardson, who had only been on the pitch for 4 minutes, scored the 4th Manchester United goal, and Sir Alex Ferguson gives the fans a wave as he walks off. Watford was spirited. They were resilient for a while. At 2-1 particularly, they looked to have a foothold in the semi-final, but in the end they ran out of steam, and the final score here at Villa Park, at the end of possibly its last ever semi-final, is Watford 1, Manchester United 4.